Hello ladies and gentlemen, MarauderEX here, back with a new project. And as you can tell by the title of the video, we are playing Jeanne d'Arc. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Like, everywhere I've seen, it's French, so I don't speak French. But it's one of those, like, Jeanne d'Arc. It's like, there's a couple of different ways that I've seen people, but we're gonna call it Jeanne d'Arc. This is a tactical RPG that is, and I say this very, with air quotes, very loosely based, interpretation of the 100 Years' War and Joan of Arc. So, when I say it's like, yeah, imagine if, the 100 Years' War had orcs and monsters and skeletons and demons and, magic sorcerers and things like that. There's a lot to this game that it takes significant liberties. Much like Valkyria Chronicles took some really interesting liberties with the concept of, an alternate World War II. This is pretty much the same. I'm waiting for for the opening movie to start, because here we go. There's a lot of movies, there's voice acting, so I'll try to let you guys enjoy that during those sections. So,
everything that has happened until now is the will of the Armlets. The Armlets have led us to this place.
I must go. I cannot lie down when they have trampled our honor. The enemy's defenses are crumbling. Have no fear!
I do this all for the good of young Prince Henry.
What is that?
Because you refuse to accept that, our time's gone.
Let me fight alongside you, Jeanne. Soldiers! I vow we will take this fortress! Todd, what's in that bag?
That's because Jeanne has finally given them hope.
You have been chosen by the Armlets.
After them, quickly!
Focus all your senses together.
Follow me!
Have confidence in the immense power within you.
Jeanne, no!
And then release it.
So yeah, like I said, voice acting for certain sections, and again, very loosely based on, Joan of Arc, but, with magic and things. So we are just going to be starting a new game, and there's a browser for it. As you can tell, this was on the PSP, so I'm going to be playing that, hopefully with really good quality. I hope you guys enjoy the quality of it, because this is my first PSP Let's Play. I'm really, really excited about this. Honestly, I've put a lot of effort into trying to make sure I could get really good recordings out of this, so.
Oh, Uncle, would you tell me a bedtime story? A really terrific one. And a new one, please. No more of your tales about Father when he was still alive. I want a real adventure this time.
Very well, Your Grace. I wonder if you have heard this story yet. A long time ago, there was a great clash known as the War of the Reapers. A foul and terrible fiend set his sights on the human realm and sent armies of demons led by grim, gruesome reapers to conquer it.
Into the fray!
Never before had the world witnessed such horrid bloodshed. To end that long and tragic conflict, man forged 5 magical armlets in hopes of somehow containing the fiend's hellish power. was those armlets wielded by 5 brave heroes that finally vanquished the Fiend and his Reaper lieutenants. Much time has passed. Yet now England finds herself embroiled with France in a war that has raged for nigh on a century. What irony, then, that I must call upon the Fiend's immeasurable power to ensure that young Henry has a future beyond these troubled times. Minuo fusus forago itaque capio hoc corpus fidelis cum tui navis dominus archum. Ha! Mighty Fiend and Sovereign Lord, long have you cried for your freedom. At long last, on this very night, you shall have it. My, what a surprise this is.
Enough, Bedford. I will not let you pursue this madness!
Oh, won't you now? Your hero days are long over. Feeble old man? Perhaps you should lay down your sword for good.
Not tonight!
No, because you refuse to accept that. Our time's gone.
You were one of the 5. How can you tolerate selling your soul to a monster like that?
Yes, you were a dear friend once, so I will not end your life.
Tis the Fiend itself! Prince Henry!
What is all that noise? Huh? What is that?
Henry! My prince, no!
Do not touch the boy. The prince must not be kept from his destiny. Be gone from here.
Bedford, you must stop at once!
I do this all for the good of young Prince Henry. Now he shall finally reign over this world as its true king for all eternity.
So that's an opening, isn't it? Prince getting, possessed by a demon. I mean, again, an advisor who looks like that obviously is evil. But, yeah, interesting opening. And then it zooms out to here, to Jeanne, who is the heroine of our story. Enjoying and there's a festival, obviously there's a festival going on because there were, girls dancing and jesters and whatnot. 2 pretty girls like you must be fighting off boys left and right. That's what you always say. When you want something. Aha ha. You just know he's got some chore he's been waiting to thrust on us. Quick as an arrow. As it happens, I do. I need you to do something. I love the character designs. It's so... This game is really unique. Take this to the church. Okay. So, to the church. I don't know what the oblation is. I probably should have looked up some of the terminology. I had my hands full enough preparing for the festival. While you're there, go find Roger. You're not listening to a word she's saying. You went to the forest and hasn't come back yet. That's usually a bad sign, isn't it? He's always sneaking off. Just once I'd like to see him do his share of the village work. Roger's helping in his own sort of way, by not getting in the way, basically. He works harder than most. But yeah, the character designs, the portraits of each character look very, you know, very detailed, and then the sprites of the characters look interesting, kind of a quasi-cell shading. It's... like I said, I really enjoy the art style of this game. I have a little experience with this particular title. Less than I did with Valkyria Chronicles when I started that one. So for the most part, this is going to be a blind Let's Play. Because I've spent a little bit of time with it, but not nearly enough. But it's a strategy RPG, it's fun, it's cute. I really enjoyed what I played of it, so I'm really looking forward to playing this. Alright, so we've made it to the chapel, which is... Look at that, the terrain, it looks so nice. Do you remember when... again, Dom Remy? Yeah, why do you mention it now? Does she have a thing for Roger? Remember how hard it was on everyone? Never said a word about who he was or where he came. Oh, that's... Villagers wouldn't go near him for fear of God knows what. He certainly made quite a bit of progress, hasn't he? Gets along with everyone now. Ooh, yeah. But I get the sense that he's really opened up. Never get the sense that he's really opened up. And I kind of want to edit in the Metal Gear sound effect for that, but probably shouldn't. Oh no! There's a man on a horse who looks as if he's not alive, because he just kind of fell down. His sword fell out of his sheath and onto the ground. Alright. Oh, hey!
What's in that bag? No, Jeanne, leave it be. Oh, Jeanne! Your wrist! It's glowing! Don't! Stay back, Leanne! But your arm is... Look! You might be hurt! An armlet? What is it? And where did it appear from? An armlet? Huh? What is it? A toad? What could be making such a noise? It's in the woods. But that is no animal. Oh, look up there! Huh? What beast is this?
I don't know, but I have a feeling we're gonna kill it. We have to flee quickly. feat them. I think it's defeat them, is what it's trying to tell you. And so, timeless story of girl finds magic armlet, girl uses magic armlet to save the world. You must fight, take the sword. Yeah, I'm hearing voices now. That's probably not a good sign, especially at this time. Who's speaking to me? Again with the exclamation point. He must mean this. Alright, so we're going to have our first battle. Stage 1, a voice from heaven. Annihilate all enemies if Jeanne falls. So, and since we only have 2 people, that's not really a thing. We have 3 enemies in this fight. We're going to go over some mechanics, because the game itself is actually pretty forthcoming with things. So, combat. Use X to issue commands. Select an allied unit with the directional pad. Press X to issue commands. You can move. Move before you act. So if you act, I don't believe you can take a turn or to move. So it's not like Final Fantasy Tactics where you get to... They're 2 separate actions for 1 turn. It's... Once you attack, that's the end of your turn. We have attack, skills, and items, which are our primary action phase. Check status or do nothing. And combat. Move to a square next to an enemy, select attack, and attack. And then it brings up a little meter. So whoever's doing the initial attack will have the top bar. It'll tell you how much damage you are expected to do, and your hit percentage. But then enemies have a counterattack rate, or something as such. So like, for this particular enemy, you see in the example, a 12 damage, 45% counterattack rate. So, see the combat forecast? Happy? Press X to attack. So if you like the odds of your attack, you can continue. If not, I don't know what the other abilities are. So we've got status, so let's take a look at our status. There's a lot of stuff to cover in this, so I'll try to be as knowledgeable about it as I can as the game progresses. We've got Jeanne, and we've got Lane. And Jeanne, 40 HP. Right now she has 10 of 39 MP, attack of 27, defense of 20, accuracy of 120, walk movement of 5, magic attack of 13, magic defense of 9, evade of 35, critical of 5. Lane has 37 HP, 11 out of 42 MP, 22 attack, 18 defense, 125 accuracy, 5 walk movement, magic attack of 17, magic defense of 12, evade of 40, and critical of 8. And those are our 2 characters to start with. And then we have orcs. These are our enemies. They carry axes, unknown, 30 HP, 0 MP, attack of 25, defense of 9, accuracy of 80, walk move of 4, magic attack of 5, magic defense of 5, evade of 28, critical of 2. We've got 2 of those. And then we have the Orc Knight. Basically, stronger version of the Orc, also carrying an axe. HP of 45, MP of 0, attack of 32, defense of 16, accuracy of 95, walk of 5, magic attack 10, magic defense 8, evade 30, critical of 3. So, and he's got, you know, a fair bit of equipment. So this is actually where I'm going to end this episode, at the start of the fight, and we will start the next episode where we will defeat the orcs, and we'll talk a little bit more about the battle system and the terrain and whatnot. So I will see you guys in the next installment. Till then, later everyone.